People in the valley. Hi, I'm Becky.
And I'm Jan.
And we are People in the Valley. Because I can say things and then you realize who you're talking to, and it's like this subliminal thing that you are going to say the wrong thing or something about a subject that you know darn well you should not talk to one certain person about.
We're older now, so we're more aware of it. Like as it's spilling out of our mouths, we're realizing it at that moment. Yeah. I think when I was younger, I did it more and I didn't realize it.
That's true. I just didn't have any friends.
Like, oh, did I say something to offend you?
Maybe now we just realize we need to maintain our friendships.
Like, tone her down. Maybe don't talk.
Or like, you find out somebody doesn't like swearing, and so you tend to swear in front of them. Or
it's like, oh yeah, that person doesn't like the word crap.
That crap keeps flowing out of your mouth.
That reminds me of my daughter. She was like, is crap a swear word? And she was afraid to say the word, but her brothers were saying it. So I'm like, Kaylee, why don't you go downstairs and clean the crap off your teeth and get your crappy pajamas on. Go take a crap and get in bed. As I get older, I have to remember what's important and what do I place values on.
That's hilarious because, not hilarious, that is a great thing to think about. But one time a friend of mine was taking a class she was getting her master's in counseling, and she calls up, she had to do a paper on values, and she said, Becky, what are my values?
She would ask you.
Do I have values? And I go, yeah, you have values. Like, you value your children, you value your health, you work out, you value your friendships, you're good to your friend. She goes, oh, yeah. At the end of the conversation, she says, I do have values. So you do sometimes need to stop and think about them.
It's like, what are my values? Are they in line?
And I realize I myself am putting too much value on their grades. I feel like sometimes their grades reflect on how good of parent I am.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I really do not like that pressure.
And I don't think the kids like that.
I didn't like it when I was in school, and I don't like it now.
Right. But grades is how we do it. This is how we do things. So if I saw all C's or D's, I'm going to say something. I don't mind A's and B's.
A's I like.
But just the way we are, they're trying hard to get A's.
I know, they are trying hard to get A's. But then you get a B, and then you go, how come you got this C on this test, so you got a B in the class? And then you think, well, then they should have studied more, and I failed because I asked them if they were studying, and then they didn't.
I tend to go down, how they bring home those things you have to sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right on the top it says what their grade is, and it's A. Then you go down and you have all these other grades. A, B, B, C, D, A, F, A.
And then what will you focus on? So do I. And I'll go, how come you didn't turn this on? And I'm thinking, oh my God, I cannot be like that because I just did wonderfully on 20 different things.
We zone right into the worst thing.
Oh, thank you. Because I get a little stressed out about that.
Well, what happens is we're always stepping it up a notch. We always have to do one better.
More.
One better. So we are thinking college because junior year.
Hey, online colleges, not that bad. I'll dress your room up just like a dorm room. You don't have to go anywhere. It's all overrated anyway. Even though it's the best 4 years of my life, doesn't mean it will be the best 4 years of your life.
So how about this? You stay in your own room and you go online.
And then we'll call cafeteria. This will be the cafeteria.
We'll have all our names. It'll be great fun. Don't worry about that.
Oh, you'll have fun, all right. Do they work? Should the kids work for college?
Because I'm not really forcing. Because I'm like, when? They'd have to work from like 9 in the evening till midnight or something.
That's what we did. I worked after school until 6 or 7 o'clock at a flower shop. That's what I did.
Well, I
worked on weekends.
I always wanted to get a job. Nobody forced me.
Nobody forced me. I wanted money.
I wanted to work and
I wanted to travel. That's why I made money, because I said I want to go on all these school trips, and I knew my parents couldn't afford all
it was like a whole other group of friends, your whole work team,
it was great fun.
I liked working. I always look forward to something new, a new job, new
I
whatever.
looked forward to dusting. I did a lot of dusting, and I loved Poinsettia season because it's a flower shop. So I could, oh, it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, my first job was Suburbia.
Suburbia.
I made subs, just like a Subway.
Suburbia.
I was a sub-artist.
There aren't any Suburbias anymore, are there?
Oh, that was in Madison.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if that was my first job, but
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
when
my
you're in
first
college.
job.
It's your first job?
See, I'm
Wow.
not forcing. No forcing.
Just lay there. It's okay. Don't clean the crap off of the table.
But the
And
problem.
don't say crap. I had to buy a rug and some flooring for my upstairs in our house. And I said to the woman who owns the shop, I go, I just figured out that when I spend money, I have to have the money to pay you.
That
She
comes
goes-
later in life.
She goes, really? You just figured that out? I was like in my 30s. I'm like, hey, at least I did, okay? Get off my back.
Now I know.
Now I know. I'm
I
getting
think
it.
I realized that when I was in a little bit of credit card debt. And I was
Oh,
like, oh
yeah.
yeah, this is not fun. It is not fun to get, don't do that. And it wasn't that much. It was like $1,000 or $2,000. But
I did
once
that
you're in,
yeah, it's hard to dig
you
your
know,
way
you
out.
got those fees and stuff, and it's hard to get out. So don't, you know.
I think it's important though for the kids to live in this poverty. I mean, I had this sense in college that I'm supposed to live in poverty. I mean, I worked, I waitressed, and I did
Well, yeah,
stuff.
you had to use your coupons in college, and you know, you have to just carry that through. Because what happened with me is I got out of college and then I was working. I'm like, I'm getting paychecks. I could go get you get some furniture maybe. And then I realized furniture is way more than what my paycheck was.
Yeah, but don't you think it's at some point, in order to understand the value of the money, you have to work for it. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying sit on a riding lawnmower like
Right.
our two children do. And
I'm
think
working
that,
now.
Boy, am
I'm
I
working. It's got the iPod in. Working.
And they can do it at any time they feel like it, whenever it fits in their schedule.
Working.
I just really spent a lot of time mowing that
And
lawn.
they do. They're like coming all sweaty and they take.
I spent all day mowing. I'm thinking I had a push mower that I'd have sticks that would poke me in the eye. I'm lucky I can see till this day.
People in the